Hey, 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 everybody. It is time for Scoop Radio finally. If you have been hanging around waiting for that good old go live to happen, we appreciate you so much. We've had some minor tech difficulties tonight, but we are able to get the party going. So we are going to old school thug it out a little bit this evening, and we're going to start out with just Kels and I. And Wynn is going to join us here as soon as he is available. All right, so just so I can quickly intro everyone, I am Keela Willis, one of the wonderful co-hosts here of the Scoop Radio Show, and to the depending on where you're watching, I believe it's the right of me. Looking at it's the right of me, but to my side is my girl Kels Johnson, who is also one of our wonderful co-hosts, and we have got an amazing show planned for you with one of our business besties who's coming on here shortly. So we're super excited. I'm going to shut up now because it is time for a hot topic. We're going to slide this one in here real quick. So Kels, big thing, boo.
Hey, y'all. So yeah, excuse us for our lateness. I'm going to get right into hot topics that was posted by one of our scoopers.
Yes.
Just 1 second. I lost it. So it says, one man can impregnate over 360 women in 1 year, while a woman can only get pregnant once a year. Should there be more focus on male contraceptives instead of women? So basically, the question is, since men have all the sperm and they can impregnate over 360 women per year, aren't they the ones out here being the thoughts?
Statistically, it seems, or scientifically, it seems like they would have the more potential to be out here living their best study life. Hold on 1 second. It'll be sorry. Chat with Keitha real quick. She was asking about time frame. So I think if we look at the science, it could appear that way, but I think this meme more or less sets a tone of the reality of the thing. Yes, the woman can produce the baby, but men can actually make more babies as far as adding to and creating babies throughout a year as opposed to a woman. So I think there should be more discussion about it and the options of it, as opposed to just being so hardlined as far as women's health is concerned. I don't like that we get to be so hardcore when it comes to women and how their bodies are managed, but men who get to run like that's a almost a given, like a right. You know what I mean? It's what we do. You control that. You shouldn't have sex. You shouldn't be on birth. Like some of the comments that I saw, well, this should be more of a reason to wait until marriage, or to not have sex with multiple. And I'm thinking, well, what about all the folks who ain't doing nothing manly wise until they get some? So like, it's just going to be a standstill of relations altogether if those are the types of extremities that we're going to for this particular issue. I'm not for policing bodies at all. It's like, to be honest with you, male or female. But if we're gonna police bodies, we should do it equally. I know that much, considering both folks are required to make the baby. That's just how it seems simple. I don't know why we've been discussing this for ages like this. This blows my mind if this is even still a hot topic for anybody.
Yeah, it is weird that in this day and age, but I understand. I get that side of you though. I think there should be more emphasis on men in their birth control. Like when you say birth control, even sounds feminine.
Yeah.
Like you don't even say birth control for men. You know what I mean? Like it's always been put on the woman, and I think it does need to be a shift. I mean, I think a lot of people try to tell their sons, they teach them about using condoms and things like that, but it's not as, I don't know. I don't want to say that using condoms is not as common or as preached, for lack of a better word, than birth control. But yeah, it needs to be a little bit more even across the board.
I think it's talked about, but not. I think more or less for boys, they get the whole do the condom so you don't get the baby. But it's more, I think it's being shifted in the past. It seems as though it's more of don't get burned out here. Make sure she's on her control. You know, she's covered that, and you know, you don't get burned. So the condom is more so for the burn. But if she appears to be clean, then the condom becomes negotiable. You know what I'm saying? And then here comes baby with the bad chick that was clean. Yeah, you clean, but now you got a clean ass baby behind the situation. Right. So I don't think we're putting enough emphasis on what really happens after the baby, you know, after that for boys, you know, because we tell them don't bring no babies home. You know, we say that, but then that's a lot of the times the end of that conversation. And that is not.
Yeah. I want to go to some of the comments on the live. So let's see. It says, knowing that should women focus on not having sex till marriage?
Yeah, that comment.
Yeah.
We'd never get married if that were the case.
Yeah. Probably would be the end of mankind if they did. Let's see. It says, start mandating a man marry the woman they impregnate, and abortion laws won't be up for debate.
That would be a screeching halt real quick. Folks would get real in tune with intimacy and what makes them tick and start talking finances and long-term plans real quick. Them hoes don't ask me about my money and our long-term plans until the 6th date goes out the window. That becomes
but I still don't even think that it would even be it still wouldn't even be that. You know what I mean? Like it still wouldn't even be, oh, let's rush to get to know each other so that we can have sex. It still they'll be doing what they do and ducking and dodging, getting married like they ducking and dodging child support.
That's possible too. You'd have to prove that it was him and I'm the one.
Yeah, like I mean, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a discussion that needs to be had. I don't know how realistic it is to think that, you know, anything will change. I wanted to read this comment that we went down a rabbit hole with.
Oh Lord.
So it says, you ovulate, meaning a woman ovulates monthly. So what do they mean by a woman can only get pregnant once a year?
Oh Lord.
So it says. So.
I got it.
I mean, this comment took us down a rabbit hole.
For sure.
Let's see.
And after I thought about it, I know you're looking for the comments, but even after I thought about what she said, I semi got it. You know what I mean? Because yes, a woman, if she does not follow through with her pregnancy, she does have the ability to get pregnant more than one time out of the year. Like, so yes, it's possible. However, it's not as likely. And the repercussion, the negatives are more on her body than anything else. As opposed to having that child then creates a potential, you know, obligation for a myriad of other people. So if you choose to have an abortion, initially that only affects you as far as your physical health. If you do that multiple times. For a man, that affects the pocketbook if the things catch up with them, right? But it's not really the same concept, even if you break it down to just the science. It's still not the same. Yeah.
And maybe that's why, because the woman is the incubator, maybe that's why it has to be she's always gonna be the person that controls it.
Yeah.
She is the one that has the most, you know, connection to the actual birthing and having the child. I'm just trying to, like, I was just thinking while you were talking, like what could even be some ways to increase the push for men to have, you know, better control over having babies.
That's the part that I don't know, sis. Like, I really have struggled with that. Because for so long, it has always been about the woman controls that part of it. You know what I'm saying? So even to shift that thinking, I think it's going to be disregarded as, oh, the women are bitching again. You know what I mean? I really do. I think like it's laughable. I think whenever the conversation is brought up as far as what could we do? What about the side effects? What would you want it to entail? Like, and whenever there's a serious conversation brought up about male contraception, aside from a condom or a vasectomy, then it becomes one of those, oh no, see, but the condom's been working, and get the pill. They got 59 different ways for you to make sure you don't have no baby. Why not one of those? But when we discuss the side effects that come with these so-called approved birth control methods, women are dying out here trying not to have babies. Like women who are a lot of the time that aren't even sexually active, but are just trying to cover themselves in the case, are so sick because of birth control. They don't even want to get none. Like, can you imagine that? Have something in your body to protect you from making babies, but damn it, you so sick you don't even want to do it. Like, it's this moot because you don't even have it in you to do it. But these are things that are, and vasectomies are reversible, more so than even getting your tubes tied. The likelihood of you having a baby after having your tubes tied are very, very slim, as opposed to reversing a vasectomy. So, I mean, it's so permanent for us. So everything is so permanent. It's just,
Right. So I found the rabbit hole comment. So,
yes,
someone says, says, you know, a woman can't get pregnant. Let's see. It says you can't have a baby every month. Right. This is about the lady saying that a woman can't get pregnant more than once a year.
Yeah.
So it says, you're right. She gets pregnant in January. There is the odds that she can get pregnant before the year's out, but she still won't have the other child until the following year. So basically the rebuttal was about having children. You can't have more than one a year. But anyway, after it went on and on, they started talking about how, unless you mean, no.
Foot, mouth, baby, nose.
Yeah. It said, unless you mean that someone can get pregnant and abort over and over, then you can get pregnant more than once a year or morning, after pill or whatever. Not anymore. You're having the baby with the foot nose.
So she said you're having the baby with the foot nose. And what she meant by that was you don't get the choice to have the baby with the defect, you know, with some type of ailment or physical situation that you can't deal with. You just stuck with that baby. No more choice for you.
Yeah, that one was crazy. But I think it's an interesting question. Honestly, I just don't see anything changing in our lifetime. But I'm like, but the more that we have more, you know, open genders, we may not need a lot of birth control anymore.
Yeah. And I also think even aside from going that extreme by changing genders and making babies all together, I think, you know, in a way, and as much as I hate to say it, our men, our age range are pretty much set. Either they have babies, have seen it done, they done been doing it for so long, they pull out game is right or whatever. You know, I think the young men are who we need to be addressing and trying to retool this train of thought as far as contraception, birth control, responsibility. What should you really be looking for before you get intimate with a woman? I think where the aunties, the mamas, the sisters need to interject in some of those daddy, uncle, brother conversations where they sitting around and sharing the stories and whatnot. I think if more young men saw the flip of that, what that feels like for their sister, for their cousin, for the women that they love, and they had those real-time conversations, that can help to shift that. I've seen it happen. But I think more elder women, more sisters, mamas, aunties need to say, we're not finna do that. Yeah. You remember you had 15 little girls running in and out of Nana's house, mad, and this, that, and the third. Like, call out the stuff that we know good and damn well needs to be removed from our culture. We got to get that.
Even with that, like, I think, even while we're discussing younger men, even having a conversation of feelings, like they don't even, they don't talk about feelings and like that. Like, I think, what's the harm in teaching a young man that, look, even if your feelings are involved, think about the other person's feelings. And it goes back to, we're in this culture where just being nice and respectful and kind, I'm like, it's not popular.
Yeah.
Like that. Everybody's out for themselves. As long as it's good for me, it's okay. So I think even just having more conversations about, how your actions can affect someone's, not only their life, but their mental well-being. It's just not, just being a good person. You don't want to think you're getting trapped with a child or things like that. But these are ways that you can stop that kind of behavior. If you're, teach the men the same thing that we teach girls about. Oh, you want to wait for somebody you fall in love with? I mean, like I said, I don't know if this is something that would happen tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad idea to have those conversations with young men.
No, vulnerability is not weakness. And I think it's time for us to stop throwing weak out as much. You know what I mean? We attach weak to a whole lot in our culture. You know what I mean? And I think it's because for so long we've been forced to be so strong. You know what I'm saying? And that has been the marker for how good a person you've been, how good a sister, how good a brother, how good a whatever, because you were strong. You were able to deal with that strife, and you did that. You took that on the chin and didn't say nothing. We never knew your struggle. We only see your, stop all that. Like, because at the end, it makes us all feel alone until we're in pain. And then we can't process the pain because we've done it alone. So now we're just glaring at everybody with that pain. If we start to really have these conversations and open up and be like, bro, it hurt. Or girl, look, your girl, that took me out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm struggling right now. If we have those conversations before it gets as deep as relationships, and then we add that ego and pride to it, just regular day-to-day things. If we allow each other to have those conversations, I don't think these things would be so hard. But if we only reserve feelings for relationships, then it's going to feel reserved for relationships. If you feel like you don't get to feel until you're with somebody, that's not, you know what I mean? How productive is that? That's not accurate. And it makes it so our relationships suffer because we don't know how to feel until we're with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that's a circle right there. That's a circle, I feel it's I think when it's Gwen is trying to log on, y'all.
Like,
I'm sorry.
I know I was entering into the Twilight Zone. I didn't want to. Don't follow the light.
Don't go into the light. No,
I wasn't trying to go into the light, Caroline. I didn't know what was going on.
No, and me neither. I just disappeared all of a sudden, and then I was Winfred again. I don't know.
It was like,
I'm trying to change it. Yeah.
We have a comment from Halima. She said, I think she was responding to your comment about the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
True. I'm tired of being strong about emotions in different situations. I mean, we even have different names for anything other than a relationship. When it in itself, it's just a relationship. Now, one guy that the last guy I dated, that's one thing that he did say that it made me. I was like, you know what, that is true. He always said, as soon as I engage someone or I go out with someone, whether they know it or not, we're in some type of relationship.
Yep.
So you have to, try to respect that person's feelings, and that it is some truth to that. Now, he wasn't talking about nothing, just saying it.
Right. He said he made a point, but that was it though. That was the last point he made.
Yeah, I'm like, it wasn't true, but it was a good statement.
Right. We'll give him that.
As soon as you engage, you're in some type of relationship.
But I mean, and that's real though, and because let you see them loving somebody else's post, or even not even as petty as Facebook or social media. If you are talking to somebody, you guys have shared some time, and then you happen to be out at a bar and you see them somewhere else and there wasn't a discussion and they were somebody else. Like, you'll play cool. Oh yeah, we just dating. You do what you do. You do what you do. It's cool. I got a shorty. But then you feel some type of way about that. You know what I mean? Next time you talk to old girl, it's not gonna be, hey boo, how you doing? It was gonna be, oh, you have fun.
Yeah.
You have a good time. You can have that conversation and vice versa, because we do the same thing. We are just as petty. you know, but we need those conversations because that's just real. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
All right, what time is it? 9:03. Coming up, we doing good. Trying to get back on track.
I'm so lost. I think it's time to wrap up. Hot topic.
Yeah.
We do have our very next segment. We have something cool and awesome for you guys. Miss LeKeytha from Back to My Roots will be joining us. But before we get to that, I want to remind you guys that Hot Topic is brought to you by Curvy Kitten Clothing, where self-reflection is perfection. You can get your Curvy Kitten at www.curvykittens.com. We have within the next week, we'll have so many new items that were debuted at Sunday's fashion show. We had an awesome time, and I want to give a shout out to everybody who supported, came out and watched us. All of the models, they killed it, every last one. So get you some
yes, they did. And Kels was like super snatched in her beautiful ensemble, her promo piece, killing the runway.
My custom piece,
yeah.
Very good. So y'all know I'm excited about the next segment. So
yes. So she's ready. She's waiting. She's in the spot. She's chilling and grinning. She's ready for us over here. But I am so excited for this. I don't even need no bio tonight. Right. Okay. Like this is ready to be fun and y'all don't even know. Yeah. So if you read the intro for today's show, you read our little copy, you know, we are getting ready to talk to LeKeytha Dukes of the Back to My Roots clothing, which is quickly becoming one of the brands to wear here in the Oklahoma City area and the US period. So, if you don't know LeKeytha personally, you are one, missing out because she's awesome. But two, you have not seen doing it for the culture in action. She runs her business while maintaining and raising 3 amazing young kings who are involved in every aspect of her business. You will see the boys if you see LeKeytha. And she makes it a point. It is a part of her purpose to pour into her community. She's showing up at your event, my event, her event, everybody's event, and she's sharing it, and she is doing it for these kids, for your family, and she is amazing. And all through t-shirts. Like she shares her word and her passion through the world, to the world via t-shirts. And it's amazing. So without further ado, I'm going to shut my mouth because it's about to get real fun around here because we're going to have the business booze -1 because we know we love our Tiona, but we're about to have the business booze infiltrating Scoop Radio. So I am going to be on. And you guys give a warm welcome. Hit that share button right now so your feed sees Back to My Roots with Scoop Radio show. Miss LeKeytha Dukes is coming on right now. Hey!
Hey, y'all!
Hey, girl, hey!
How are y'all tonight?
Doing what? And we got on here.
I have my little one that wants to say hi before he goes to bed. So say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay.
In true Back to My Roots fashion, we got the babies.
So how you doing tonight?
I'm good. A little nervous, but hey, I'm here. Right, it's the homie, so I'm good.
Right. All right, so I've already done my business boo brag because you know you my girl, you our girl. But we want to give you the opportunity to tell those of the people who don't know about Back to My Roots and where it came from and why you do it. Tell the people about Back to My Roots.
Okay, Back to My Roots started in 2013 when I cut my perm off. I was so excited about it. I said, "Ooh, I'm back to my roots." And then I said, "Oh, I can make a shirt." And it started out as hair. And from there, it was so much deeper.
Mm-hmm.
It went from the outside to the inside. And then it went from just hair to celebrating our people and saying it with a shirt. And somebody is blowing my phone up. Sorry. Okay.
That's that boss. Okay. So doing your big chop is what motivated the birth of Back to My Roots. When did you realize that it was bigger than just shirts?
Maybe a year after.
Okay.
Maybe a year after. And there was just things happening in our community that I didn't like. And I was like, let me just say it with a shirt. I mean, it might not mean much, but if somebody reads what I'm saying, they'll think again about their actions.
Yeah.
So.
That's good. Kels, what you got? Because this is easy. So go ahead.
Hey,
So, what I want to do, I'm sure some people are dying to know in our audience, is you said you came up with that, you cut off your hair, you came up with the idea to say, I'm going to say it with a shirt. So what made you say, I'm going to make this a business? Like, I think I can.
It wasn't a dream. Like, I didn't want to have a t-shirt company. That was never a part of my plan. I was supposed to be on somebody's stage singing in my mind. That didn't happen, but I still have a platform and I'm going to use it. So I just said, I'm going to put it on the shirt. And the first few designs that the guy sent me, I was like, no. But he finally got it how I wanted it. And from there, it just, if you think about Back to My Roots, like the very beginning, there's so much. It starts everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I love Back to My Roots, because it's fresh, it's new, it's the beginning.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So what are some plans for the company to go even further? Like you said, it went from outside with the hair to inside with the message and saying it with a shirt. What do you want to take Back to My Roots next?
Right now, I just started a program called LeKeytha's Corner at my store. And I absolutely love the idea. When I first opened my store, I wanted to have a way to help somebody. Mm-hmm. So if you bring in a gently used Back to My Roots shirt, I then resell that shirt for $5. You get $5 off for bringing the shirt in. That money goes towards either a family or an organization in need each month. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's a small step, but it's a way to help.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you said that, because y'all sorry, we done turned this into a girlfriend session, so y'all but y'all know how we get when we get together.
Yep.
What you even saying that last week, I want to say it was last week or the week before, one of the news stories was talking about a clothing designer, a young man out of Texas. And after we were talking about that, I was doing some research on just entrepreneurship and things like that. Oh, I went to the online conference, and the main thing everybody kept saying like all day was businesses are built by how you give back. And so they're like, if you put how you give back first, then it can really catapult your business into something huge. So
yeah. My mom has always been a big giver. So watching it growing up, my daddy was the provider, my mama was the giver. And I just watched it. So I know how to do it. It's in me. It's really, really in me. And I love doing it. I really do.
It shows. It doesn't feel gimmicky or, none of that. Which is why I think people respond to your brand the way that they do. It speaks exactly to what Kel says. Your brand, your service will put you in different spaces, and that's we're watching it with both of you. Kel's, you got the things that you do between the sorority and then your brand just by itself. you know, there's definitely community action happening. Between these brands, so let's see. We know that in this past year, well, we know, but you all might not know, this past year has changed the game for Back to My Roots. And we know that there's a lot more on the horizon. So tell the people a little bit about what you've got coming up and what we can look forward to seeing you going forward.
This Friday, I will be finding out if I will be a vendor at Essence Festival. So, praying about it. Whatever happens, happens. God has the final say. So we just gonna roll with that. This Sunday, June the 2nd, we have the T-shirt Revolution pop-up shop at 4502 Event Center. That's from 2:00 to 6:00. We have just about, I think we're close to 30 vendors. We're going to have photographer, a DJ. It'll be hosted by Say What You Think. What else? That's going to be really fun. Food, drinks. I mean, you got to pay for it, but you come to the party. We're going to have a little fun. June 15th, we have the Juneteenth Festival at ICE Event Center. We'll be rolling out more information about that coming on Monday.
So this.
Oh, yes.
We do have a question.
Okay.
Yep, you do.
Okay, so hold on a second. How has starting a business affected you being in a relationship?
What's that? What? I have not been in a relationship for 3.5 years, and I'm fine with it.
So does the business has affected your relationship status?
I would hope not, but look where I am.
Right.
I do believe that I'm not going to say I'm intimidating. I'm going to say some men don't think they're ready for me, but they've never even stepped up to see.
Okay.
So would you make room for that if that was something that if he stepped and came right, would you make room for that? Or do you see because I'm picking up on what you said earlier as far as I'm fine with that. So is that meaning you're in a place where your focus is the babies and the business and that's where you're at? You don't want to make room for that? Or is it if you step and you're right, we can make it happen, Captain? Is it that type of thing?
If God sit him in my lap and say, "Here, girl," I'm like, "Oh, thank you." It's not. I mean, it's not a priority because of my boys, for one.
Yeah.
If a man comes in, he's gonna really have to be the man. It ain't no half step. And I have 3 boys, so we ain't playing that. And then when it comes to my business, if you don't want to help, I'm not even going to say help, but be my teammate, then we don't need you.
Yeah. We don't. Said the crew.
So, in the spirit of that, what advice would you give, maybe other young women, I guess, or other young people, period, on managing your time and your other priorities with a business?
Take some time for yourself or you will lose your mind. Like, seriously, really, you have to take time for yourself, away from your children, away from your husband, away from your best friend, your cousin. Get to yourself and really find out who you are. Get back to your roots. Yeah.
And look, someone asked, what did you mean by teammate?
Yeah, gotta follow that.
Yeah.
What do I mean by teammate?
Yeah. In a relationship. You said something to the teammate.
A teammate. What more? A teammate.
You want him slanging shirts, or you want him at the house? You know, like what?
Whatever he's strong in doing, do that. Whatever I'm strong in doing, I do that, and we make it work.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. She say, teammate.
So does your children want to be in the t-shirt business or want to be entrepreneurs?
My middle one has a t-shirt line called Creative Designers. His first t-shirt is simple.
Mm-hmm.
And now my oldest actually did my little girl shirt that says dream, imagine, believe, you're a star, you're a queen. It's a half face and the words on this side. But now he's getting ready to do his first shirt at the pop-up shop on June 2nd. So yeah. And I don't know if he wants me to tell y'all the name of it, so we'll just wait for the pop-up shop.
He's got a big reveal.
Yeah.
Okay, we got another question. What have been some of the low moments trying to build your business, and how did you get through them?
Yeah. Spending back to my roots money to take care of my family. And realizing that sometimes you got to struggle a little bit to get where you need to go. So stop spending back to my roots money and make sure you do what you need to do to have your own money. Because back to my roots money is not mine.
Yeah. So it was a different thing.
Yeah. And I'm still working on it.
Oh yeah. We got things to do sometimes.
Right, exactly.
Like transmissions and shit.
Yeah. Yes.
So
true story.
So we know how you got over the low moments. So like, what's one of your most favorable events, moments, memories, concerning back to my roots? Like what?
I would have to say this last fashion show. It was a struggle getting this show. Oh, I didn't hear it all.
Oh, I said, since we talked about the low moments, what's one of the happiest memory you have of your business?
Go to bed. I'm sorry.
You all right?
I had to be a mama.
Yeah.
He over here fake ironing and supposed to be in the bed.
Yeah.
He got to be on the mama on radio on TV.
Yeah.
One more time. What is the question, ma'am?
What has been one of your happier moments or happiest moments concerning back to my roots? Like a happy memory. You know.
Oh, I was on the right track. I would say this last fashion show because I didn't really get it together until the last minute. Like I had ideas and little stuff would come to mind, but the show didn't really come together all the way till probably like the second to last practice. And the last practice still had a couple of changes. But it turned out to be a really, really nice show.
Yeah. I can attest to that. It was a work in progress up until go time. But it was worth it. Like all of it, I can say, because we've all been around for a better part of for a while. I can't even put a time on. I can't even begin to think how long it's been. It's been a while.
At least 5 years.
Yeah. Ooh, child. I'm having fun. But it's one of those things you can watch a process and you can see the growth of where a business is going. And even when the things are changing, to see that production come together and see the other businesses come together to make it happen. Because y'all don't know, LeKeytha is a collaborator genius. Like that is another one of her superpowers. You want to talk about bringing people together for a call? this sister right here is the one that will do it. Okay. So watching all of these different people from the city come together to put on a show, it was something that made the city proud, I felt. To see. And it's just one of those things that it just goes right back to the foundation of what you do, that whole bringing it back to the roots and getting everybody involved, which is exactly what happened with that show. We all hands on deck. But it came together. That it did. We got it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Let's see. Do we have any other questions? We've got quite a few people watching right now. So if you guys have questions for LeKeytha, please send them on so we can get those added.
I see Mr. Ray talking about the teammate. Can he be a starter or a six man?
No. And you didn't even come to the school today to pick up the stuff.
Oh.
Oh, wrong show. Sorry, guys.
We have to bleep that out.
Yeah, right.
Tech team, camera crew.
Get it? That's what happens when you live. Right. Got the commercial. We only have commercials tonight.
You about to get it.
Uh-oh. Little baby, please go to bed, little baby.
Right.
I don't want you to get it.
Please
I really want you to make it tonight. Go to bed, little baby.
That youngest one I always try to test, you know.
It is the baby, it is.
It is.
Oh, Nathan has made many scoop pop-ups on the Scoop Radio way past bedtime. So yes, it's the babies that do. Oh, hilarious. All right.
So with you being a single mom and doing a lot for the community, a lot around just in everything, I know you said take some time for yourself, but how do you manage like your day just from, working full time to entrepreneurship and being a mom? Like what kind of strategy you have for organization?
Right now it's some hard work. I go from the school to work. I leave work a few minutes early, get to the store, stay at the store till 6 o'clock or later if I have some stuff to do. Get home, either cook or go get something, unfortunately, because I'm usually tired by the end of the night, but I know how to cook. I know how to cook, though. That's where that teammate part come in. Let me cook,
Right.
No, but it is a struggle, but I find a way to make it work. My middle boy loves skateboarding, so I'm trying to make sure I make time to take him there because it's something that he really likes. So I got to squeeze that in. Sometimes I will leave the store and go straight to the skateboard park. That is a part of being a mama. So you do what you got to do.
Yeah, and they'll remember that. Got another question. How have you leveraged the use of your team to help build your business?
Next.
Not a man team, a team.
I know.
No, you got a team.
I do have a team. I have a team of about 14,000. Instagram, Facebook, and everyone that helps us do what we need to do.
That's true, though.
I understand.
Them pursed lips are saying so much. There will be an after hours conversation about this answer. Know that, ma'am.
Yeah. Before you go, I did have a question more about the essence. So you said you'll know Friday. Was that a hard road to get to that? Because to us, that's like huge.
This has been the longest wait ever. Like, it really doesn't make sense that it's taking this long for a small business to find out if they're going to be a part of one of the biggest events in the United States that all the Black people are going to be at.
Yeah.
So the plan is, if things don't work out for the first plan, I will have a backpack team at Essence. I'm looking for about 10 to 20 people. Well, wear whatever t-shirt we're wearing, that'll be in our backpack. They'll have a PayPal reader to swipe, or they can take Cash App or cash, and they will get a portion of that sale. So it's not like I just got you down there working for free, because we all got So, and I really want to look for other entrepreneurs, because not only are you selling my product, you can give them information about yourself as well. So, yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah, that is a really good idea.
Thank you.
Ma'am. Definitely be discussing that later, because I like that idea very much. Yeah, very, very much. So what's one mistake that made you a better business owner?
Oh, I think we discussed it. Spending my money.
The money? Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got people volunteering. How do you want people to contact you about?
Info at btmrclothing.com.
So yeah, I'll try to make sure to put that in the comments.
Yes, please, because our title bar is locked. It literally will not let me show back to my rootclothing.com or change it. So BeLive TV loves your website so much it won't even let us delete it. Keitha.
Oh.
Info at BTMR, right?
Yes, clothing. Info at btmrclothing.com.
Yes.
I'm gonna say for backpack application.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just now realizing people are saying stuff at the top. Hello, beautiful Black queens. Well, hello.
Hi, who's that, Patty B?
Yeah. Well, I think it is. We are right at about that time. Yeah, we are about that time. So I think I want to say you did an amazing job, sis, and you will definitely be invited back to the Scoop Radio Show. We want to know how Essence turns out, so you're gonna have to come back.
Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
You're welcome. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
Yay!
Yeah, she did good.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We did. We sure did. I'm glad that we could bring Keitha on. And we didn't actually get to talk about her store. Her store is at 4355. Let me go get Southeast 33rd. Yeah. Suite 401.
Oh, I won't go.
It's the first suite when you come in the door to the left. You can't miss it.
And you'll see a Back to My Roots banner on the fence, when you get on 33rd.
And she's got the paint on her window. So you cannot miss Back to My Roots clothing once you get up on the building. It's basically right next door to a storage facility right here out in Del City. But what I wanted to bring up more than anything was the fact that she has allowed other businesses, and not just women businesses, because we got Beer Gang University, I think, is also in there. She has opened up her space, her brick and mortar business, to other entrepreneurs to sell their products in her space. So for those of us who aren't ready to open our own brick and mortar, I haven't been able to take that step yet. She said, no worries, I got you. Come on in here, we'll work something out, and then you can grow with me. Like that. Those types of collabs are exactly what Scoop Radio talks about, what I know Kels and I talk about when we're talking to our own audiences. That's living it. You know what I mean? Because she could have taken that little space and hoarded it for only herself. You couldn't have uttered anything else other than Back to My Roots in that space. But almost immediately, she was looking for a way to put other people in that space to get it out to the people. So I think those are the type of entrepreneurs that we need more of in our midst. We should do that. Medina says, yes. For sure. All right. We have Mother's Wisdom that was coming up, but I think she's got some things going on this evening. So, you know what? You want to kind of do a low-key chat with the people? We got quite a few viewers tonight. Do you guys have questions? We got girl talk. We're gonna Debo the show tonight, sis. Yeah. We're gonna do girl talk part 2. We got quite a few folks tuned in. If you got questions for us, if you got a subject, you're welcome, sis. If there's a subject that you guys want to chat about, something on your mind, drop it in the comments so that we can see what's going on.
I want to, since we do have some more time, and I wish we would have thought about that. I forgot when we were wrapping up with Miss Dukes. We have a small group. Q mentioned it right before LeKeytha came on, and we were talking about how we have a group. We call each other Business Boos. And it's 4 of us. We're all women, and we're entrepreneurs. And when I tell you, it's magical, y'all. If y'all, I can't even hardly find the words for it, but we have leaned on each other, asked each other questions. We're very open. If one of us needs help, I mean, shoot, I done been broke before and been like, hey, I need something to eat. Like, we are really a tight knit group, and I just know in the future that we're going to be able to spread that to other women, and to go beyond business, and to become and really get back to in our culture of loving one another before anything else. Like this whole attitude and hate and all that stuff just needs to stop, and really help each other and support each other. So I did want to mention that. We didn't really go into that, but yeah, it's me, LeKeytha, Q, and Tiana, and we love it. So if you don't have your circle out there,
get you one. A solid. Circle.
I mean, it's y'all just don't know how your ideas and how your confidence will grow with you fulfilling any type of goal, whether it's business or something else.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that I think is so special about our group, because we came together for business, but we have become so much more than that. Like, in our lives, we sew into each other, we uplift each other, we can share with each other, and I am positive that each of us have our own relationships with each other separate from our group relationships, but it's all unique and positive. The intimacy that's shared separate from the group only builds to what we have when we do come together, if that makes sense. So that's so different than any other female friendship I've ever had. You know what I mean? Ever had. At the fact that we can make money together and then we can make our dreams come true together at the same damn time. Like, that is defying odds for brown girls. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, we don't do that, and we are doing that. And it's get you a business book group. You can't have our name though. Y'all got to name yourself something else, because
but yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Yes.
I love my business booze.
So proud of us. We are killing it. I just be grinning, watching us do our thing. Oh my girl. It's so cool to see. We work too hard to not be able to congratulate each other. Patty B, no, it's not a group. We have, so Patty B asked if we have a group. No, it is literally just the 4 of us in an inbox on Facebook primarily, but I'm sure we all have our sidebar conversations, but it is literally just a Facebook inbox where we are literally loving on each other, sharing stuff, our ads and our copy and our the promos and things like that. Trust me, y'all, we've seen all of the edits before you do. We change colors, we change fonts. We are each other's brand managers through and through. We can look at them and be like, no, that ain't it. That don't fit with the brand.
We went on a trip. We did have a girls trip. We went on a girls trip.
Our ATL.
Our ATL trip. So
it's a beautiful.
We'll spread some of our magic around. I'm sure in the future. I'm sure we will.
We need to buy that up. We need to make a class. It's possible. We need to do that. Business boost to you. See?
Right.
Bam.
Hey.
Magic. You see the magic that happens just with the two of us. We need to imagine when the four of us come together.
I think y'all know. I know y'all been missing the panda, and he had called in. Something with us. Are you there, Win?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Panda. I wanted to, first of all, awesome job to LeKeytha, and I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I wanted to share something that, especially given what has happened last week at Morehouse College. So for those who are not familiar, Robert F. Smith, who was gave the commencement address to the graduating class of Morehouse College, when he made a surprising announcement. He announced that he would be paying off the student loans of roughly 400 graduates. Robert Smith has amassed a fortune of about $5 billion by founding Vista Equity Partners, which is a private equity firm that focuses on buying and selling software firms. Vista Equity Partners has about $46 billion in assets under management, according to Forbes. The company is privately held and does not publicly report its result, but is believed to be one of the best performing firms in the country, with annualized revenues of more than 20% since its founding. A lot of people have been asking, listen, hey, how can I, if I did not graduate from Morehouse College, how can I put myself in position in order to be this type of blessing to other people? At least I know I'm one of the people who has asked that, because, listen, I know I'm supposed to be rich, but I'm not rich yet. So I wrote this little article, this little follow-up piece for people who have decided that when they heard what Mr. Smith's done, have decided that they wanted to become serious about being in a position to give back as well as to build wealth for their family. However, they also understand that they don't have any clue how to invest, and that the investment terminology sounds like a foreign language. So this is for you if that sounds like something that you would say. So it says, I remember my very first investment class like it was yesterday. Dr. Solomon Smith began using words I had never heard of, and those words sounded like Spanish. Immediately, I tensed up and asked, why in the world did I choose finance as a degree? Like most people, I sat in that class pretending I understood what derivatives, PE ratio, and other terms meant until I began looking up these complex words, only to find out that they had everyday meanings. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. My goal here is to give you simple language and easy to do techniques that will help you increase your net worth and hopefully make your life better. Here we go. If you want to invest and increase your wealth, there are a few things that you can do right away. Number one, establish a savings account with a set amount you can consistently contribute to. Your goal with this amount is to have enough money to keep you and your family comfortable. You do not want to contribute so much to this account that you cannot contribute to other investment areas. This account will serve as your emergency account. Emergency meaning you lost your job and need to pay a bill. Emergency meaning an unexpected accident happened and the car needs a major repair. An emergency is not, I see a new dress, or I see a new golf club, or I see a new pair of shoes, and I have to have it. The second thing you can do is establish a mutual fund. These can be aggressive or very conservative. You choose. However, make sure you pay attention to the fees, because not all funds are the same. The more time you have, the more aggressive you should go. And this money is money that you should not want to touch for a minimum of 5 years. Currently, there are companies like Stash and companies like Robinhood where you can begin investing for as little as $25. So for most of us, there is no excuse why we cannot at least begin to invest. Number 3, buy life insurance. There are many types of life insurance. And for the type of money that you have, that most of us have, a mixture of a small whole life policy and a larger term life policy will generally be sufficient. How much do you need? Well, here's how I calculate it. Calculate your salary, your bills, the cost of what you want to cover, like your children's college, paying off your house. Multiply that number times 5, and there you have it. Life insurance is the only means of passing down money from one generation to the next without it being taxed. Buy life insurance. Number 3, real estate. If you're unable to purchase property right now, if you are able to purchase property right now, do it. Property is still cheap. You may need money to make renovations, so calculate that into the type of investment you want to make. I personally prefer properties that cash flow only. Buy cheap. Cash flow meaning that you buy a property and you go into it with equity, and when you choose to rent it, the amount that you rent for is at least 110% more than your monthly bills for the property. Next, these ways that I just gave you are all great ways, and most of these can be automated, so it's easier for you to do. Remember, do not allow financial terminology and the idea that it is too late to keep you from starting. I promise you, no matter how old you are, you can do it. Mr. Smith, again, grew up in a mostly Black middle-class neighborhood in Denver. Both of his parents had PhDs in education, and he was an ambitious young man. At an early age, he applied for internships at Bell Labs, and he was told he was too young. Mr. Smith, while he was in high school, called every Monday for 5 months until they finally gave him the job. He then went on to Cornell University studying chemical engineering, then took a job at Kraft General Foods where he got a master's degree in business administration. Then he worked for Goldman Sachs, advising companies including Apple, HP, and Microsoft. Just like Mr. Smith had to hustle and work his way up to becoming the man that he is, where he is worth an estimated $5 billion, so can you and I. We might not get to $5 billion, but we surely can be in a much better place, not only for ourselves, but for our children. If you need any help, you can always email me at themoneymentor1@gmail.com. Difference.
Moneymentor1 gmail.com.
Is it moneymentor1 at Gmail? Okay. You cut off for a little bit.
Moneymentor1@gmail.com. Yes.
Okay. That's good stuff, because that has been on the list of all of us this week. It's been memed, it's been chatted about. We done tried to call Auntie O out about it. Like, he done set the bar real high. We checking back to all our other folks. Hey, what have you done? Have you paid off some loans? Now that's the part. If you didn't pay off loans, you ain't doing it for the culture, as far as they say.
Yeah, but Oprah had to come back with him though. She was I done gave $13 million in scholarships. I'm good.
$13 million for 400 people through school.
Yeah.
And didn't she say Morehouse specifically? Like, she was like, I've been there, done that. That's leftovers. I already handled Morehouse. This is a new class. Crazy. Oh, don't come for Auntie O.
I remember, I can't remember if they gave her an award, but I remember on one of the shows on BET, I remember them bringing all of she must have been getting an award, and they brought all the men that she had given scholarships to, because I guess she had one specifically for Black men, and it was amazing. Like, I had a newfound respect for Oprah. I think that was the day I was like, yeah, I need Oprah some money to do what I'm going to do to change my life. And
I went to college to be a journalism major because of her. I wanted to be the next Oprah, like communications beyond. I wanted to do that, and it was more because of the behind the scenes that she was doing that I dug so much, because it's usually the other people who end up sharing what Oprah does. Rarely does she start out the gate telling you what she's doing. Usually once the thing is finished, she will say, all right, y'all, because I want you guys to see how awesome XYZ thing, these people are like her girls and, the girls over in Africa that she sends through school. She was just talking about them right before this happened. A lot of those girls are graduating from college. So I like that she's not silent, but she's she's not looking for that. Like, I don't know word to say. That ain't what she's here for. She's here for impacting the people that she wants to impact. And she doesn't get swayed by that either. She don't let she doesn't let the headlines determine where she spends her money. And I think that's so dope. She goes where her heart tells her to go.
And that might have been she might have got the humanitarian award at one of the shows. But yeah, she's a true philanthropist. Like, I mean, really, I on occasions when I'm feeling like I don't want to do this no more or defeated, I will look up Oprah quotes. Like, I'm that corny.
Yeah, she's that dope. She
has given us a really good example and a blue plan to not only be successful, but to actually pay it forward and pull people with you.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I appreciated, what's his name? The guy that spoke. Robert F. Smith. Okay, I knew it was Smith. Okay. I mean, I appreciate what he's done. I mean, that is dope. Like, I work in financial aid, so y'all know I'm like, most of those graduates probably went 5 years. Some of them maybe even 6 years to college. I'm sure they have anywhere between, the average is $35,000 in student loan debt. The max is $57,500. If you get into specialty, you can even get up to a little bit more than that, but on an average, $35,000.
$70,000 student loan debt.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, if you go into a specialty, like, dental, physical therapy, anything medical, stuff like that, they increase the amount that you can borrow. That's not including interest. So, but the national average is 35,000. So, and what is the class of 300 and something, 400 something?
400, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, times 35,000. Jeez.
Well, that stroll had a little more pep after it was over with. Boy, they strolled for their lives after that graduation.
I mean, that is awesome. I'm glad he's doing it, and I hope it does start a trend. And I did see something, a jeweler donated $250,000 worth of jewels. Yeah. Get them kids some cash.
Yeah. I don't see the point. I mean, I see it, but then I don't see it, the whole classroom thing. I think he was more or less trying to ride the coattails and get that little tax break.
Get them the cash.
Right. What was the impact of the class ring versus paying off my tuition? Like, paying off my loans versus my class ring.
I had to give them a
class ring now because I don't have these student loans to pay. So I'm getting the side eye right there with you.
Yeah. So what he also did was he started that part of the speech by challenging the alumni, saying that, listen, I'm challenging you all to, in future years, to be able to match this. Like, this is my class, so I'm taking care of this class. So y'all to come along and take care of future classes. So I respect that, because obviously we've talked about several times how difficult it is for us as a community to rise when we have so much debt. And so if student loan debt is the greatest debt that most middle class people who would be middle class have, not having that completely changes the trajectory of somebody's life.
Yeah. I mean, major. That was a major.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need, I need some of these basketball players and stuff to come on. Come on, y'all. We got this disposable. Well, I don't want to say disposable. That's people's money, but I think it's a very good trend to start. I would love to see other people doing exactly that. And it may not be the whole class. Shoot, do a after college scholarship. Like, I'm gonna pay for 5 people's student loans off. And they have to have the highest GPA or something like that. I mean, you don't have to be. If you ain't a billionaire, you probably can't throw out $1 million like that.
But if you get 4 people, if you have a business boost situation and you all take 3 or 2 and sponsor someone, and even like there's so much you could do adding mentorship to that even. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you've gotten to a point where you're able to give back to that degree and impact someone's life like that, you've acquired more than money. There's some knowledge that can be transferred there. So that I almost think is almost it's equally as impactful as the number that he gave to the 400, because now you have the relationship that comes with that blessing. You know what I mean? And it's just speaks so much to the root of why you do a thing. That's life changing. You know what I'm saying? Long after we stop talking about this, these boys are still going to remember that. That planted a seed for them to do exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Right. It was beautiful. Yep. And for some of them, nothing like this has ever been done for them before. This was so far-fetched for them as far as even a thought of someone thinking of me like that. That's so dope. Yeah. Ooh. Girl, it is 9:53. We are here. When do you have announcements for the people?
Don't forget tomorrow.
You do them announcements like you do them announcements.
Right.
Need you to go with the announcements.
Come on with the announcement. The church announcement.
Tomorrow, govern yourselves accordingly. Tomorrow, of course, the word on Wednesday is back. Pastor Burns is continuing his series in 1 Corinthians, so tune in on Blog Talk Radio. We also, of course, if you are an independent artist, please send us your music. We would love to play it. Send it to globaldrive@gmail.com. If you are, we are still taking registrations for the Level Up Conference. So please go to the website at www.levelupchicago.com to get registered. And then last, but definitely not least, what am I missing? I feel like I'm missing. Oh, since I didn't get to say this, I'm going to say this, Kim's. That dress.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen.
Yeah.
I almost sang. I almost had the Boys to Me, played the Boys to Me.
Yeah.
You stay in the rain or something. No, you was doing it. Congratulations on your show this weekend.
Thank you.
It looked phenomenal. And so I'm very, 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 very glad for you. And thank you to LeKeytha for being on tonight. You definitely do a wonderful job. Thank you for taking your time to share with us tonight. That's all I got.
Let's see.
And of course, thank you to the two of y'all for dealing with these technical issues tonight.
We know to hold it down.
We got you. We got you.
I just want to reiterate that on June 2nd, so that is next weekend, is the Revolutionary T-shirt pop-up shop here in Oklahoma City. So if you are in the Oklahoma City metro area and shoot even beyond, and we'll be here, come join us. It's going to be really fun. There's a lot of designers. There's some new designers. There's some ones that you guys have probably seen before. I'll be there. So Kirby Kitten will be there. I'll have some cool cat stuff because I always get men to say, "Where's the men stuff?" So I'll have some cool cats, some new designs. Beer Gang is there. Is it ANGB? I can't remember what it stands for. They'll be there. Of course, Back to My Roots will be there. Miss Holly North has a line. She'll have some T-shirts there. We'll even have a mini fashion show. So yeah, you'll get to come out and see some old faithfuls and some newbies, and help us with this revolution of T-shirts. Sweeping OKC.
Love it. Black wealth. Love it.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
Y'all have a good week.
That's what I was going to say. If you're looking, can I say one more thing and I'm done?
Yeah.
Advertise. If you're looking to advertise, y'all come holler at us. We definitely want to partner with you to advertise your business here on our radio show and on our network. So again, either contact myself or again, for inquiries, email us at globaldrive@gmail.com.
Yes. Yeah, come get some of this advertising over here.
Yes.
We hit record numbers last
right.
week.
I was just getting ready to say, you want to come on this plane. You want to get in on
Thunder. We hit record numbers. And, y'all get in while you can.
I want to add, because while we're speaking of numbers, if you all haven't noticed, we are all building brands, and you all are a part of that building. Every week that you all tune in, you add one more brick to the foundation of all of our brands. So we appreciate you guys through all of our transitions, all of our changes, and as we grow, we're growing together. So we appreciate you guys for that more than what you know. All of us are doing new things and trying new things and setting ourselves out there, and your support has been amazing. So while Scoop is trying to, slide on in here and make our place in this world, we really wanted to take some time and let you guys know that, because I know Wynn posted it earlier today. Last week's show is giving us all that little boost that we need. I know we're all like, okay, y'all might like us a little bit, because we've been working at this for so long, and it's only right to let you guys know that we see you, just like you consistently tune in to see us, and we appreciate you for that. For sure.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you with a Y and all the O's. We love you. When did you have anything? Are we coming up on that good old 9:58 time? We don't have our soul music tonight. We can't 5 heartbeats y'all out like
he gonna have to sing us out of this thing. I don't see no other solution for it.
Co-sign. Sing your song, Anime.
You dial me, I kill you. No.
You say if I do it, you gonna give me her.
You sang Anime.
This is the vibe. I want one last cry. You just can't give up. Can't you see the tears in my eyes? 'Cause I'm gonna cry. Baby, I'll treat you right. Just give me one more try. If this is the vibe.
Hey. Yeah, right. We need to act the run.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey. Y'all are funny. That's it.
We missed you. Did you tell?
The next time we have technical difficulties, I'll sing us out.
Yeah. I won't be signing up for that. This is gonna be Kels and Wynn. I won't be signing up to sing us out. I just want y'all to know. Don't hold your breath for Kels. Sing us out.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, guys. Y'all have a good one.